Good evening and welcome back to the show. Tonight we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 2. Was it a flawless victory? Well, I saw it twice and I'll let you know right after this. Mortal Kombat 2 is an action fantasy movie where Earthrealm's fighters prepare to fight in the real Mortal Kombat tournament after the events of the first film. New warriors like Johnny Cage join Liu Kang, Sonya, and the others as they face Shao Kahn and Outworld's powerful champions. So getting right into the budget of the movie, the film cost $80 million to make. That seems a little bit low to me considering everything that I saw on screen, a lot of special effects. The whole movie was pretty much CGI rendered, so I thought it would cost a little bit more, but nonetheless, early reports are showing it was an $80 million budget. Just a quick calibration with you. I really enjoyed the 1995 Mortal Kombat. That was the year I graduated high school. There was a lot of cool fights, great music. You got to see Goro on screen for the first time. Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Sonya was so epic. The music was amazing. I did struggle with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I really thought the fights were choppy. There was just, you couldn't really get into a fight. I remember the Cyrax fight specifically. They start it and then they stop it. The CGI was really bad in that one. I did like the soundtrack, however. I did end up getting the soundtrack for it because I was still so much into Mortal Kombat back then, and that was one upside of it. I thought it had some really good tracks on there. The 2021 Mortal Kombat, I thought that movie was fine. It kind of brought back a fresh look at it. Sub-Zero, Scorpion, all the main characters. I thought it was updated graphics, and I know a lot of people struggle with the new Cole character, and I get that argument. I was a little bit put off by that as well. However, I thought he did really well with the role that he was given. I can see the big concern that there's such a large roster of characters, I think 80 to 90 characters, and then they go with a new Earthrealm champion. That did rub some people the wrong way. Again, I didn't hate it. I know there was a lot of frustration with them having all the Earthrealm, like Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya, Jax, Kung Lao, Kenshi, Striker, you got Nightwolf. There was a lot of people that they could have picked from, so I get everybody's frustration with that. Some of the bright points for me is it really did feel like this new one did feel like a Mortal Kombat movie. I found myself going, here we go, we got one. The visuals are on point. I really thought the fights were top notch. The action scenes were great. There's one specific scene with Kung Lao and Liu Kang. It's just top notch. I watched that fight again today. Just really impressive with the martial arts, the CGI, the emotion that was happening. You couldn't ask for much more out of a Mortal Kombat fight. 2D scroller kind of zooming in. They did a really good job with the action on that. The story was good enough. You're not going to win any Oscar nominees for this, but overall the story was, it moved the film along pretty well. Another thing I really liked is Shao Kahn. We've seen him in the games. We've seen him in live action movies. This was the best iteration of Shao Kahn. He had a lot of action scenes. He fought a lot. He was an integral part of the story. We lose some of our champions because of some of the tactics he pulls in order to kind of win fights. The music was really good, although it was not as good as the 1995 version. I really love that soundtrack. I listen to it periodically when I'm working out. It was really good. It was a very epic soundtrack. This movie had plenty of fan service. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, I've been playing it since the 90s. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you're going to enjoy this just because it brings a lot of these good characters to life, and they do a really good job with it. Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban, was absolutely hilarious, and he had a really good story arc. Me and my brother, we still laughing about how they introduced him, this big scene for his entrance, and they played the hurricane music, and it was just outstanding. It was so silly, and it was almost a meme of itself, but it really worked. Scorpion was good once again. I mean, most of the characters in it, I thought, did a terrific job. Hey there, if you made it this far, hit that like button. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe to the channel. We're definitely trying to boost that algorithm. Now back to the show. So some of the things I didn't like about the movie was Cole Young. I thought he got kind of mishandled in this a little bit. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to do this over course correct type of scenarios, and I was glad that he did have an epic fight, but I just thought maybe he was treated a little bit poorly just with the overall fan reception of him in the first film. I understand it, but it kind of was a little bit of a pain point for me. I'd also like to see Raiden and Shang Tsung have an epic duel. Maybe that's going to happen in the third one, but imagine that, a big lightning versus the soul powers kind of going back and forth on screen. I'd like to see just an epic fight between those two. And this is one that I've heard other people complain about it, and it was a little bit of a pain point for me as well. It was a missed opportunity with the actual Mortal Kombat theme music. They did play it at the end during the credit scene. It just seemed like there was an opportunity at the end to kind of shoehorn that in there and just kind of get everybody really riled up. It seemed like a missed opportunity, but at least it was in there, and they didn't abandon it completely. Just a little bit of nitpicky stuff overall. So we're going to bounce this up against the plot point meter and see how this movie does. In the end, this movie is not going to win any type of awards, but if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat and you really enjoy playing the game and you love the earlier movies, this one is going to hit home for you. If you enjoy the IP and everything that has to offer, this feels like Mortal Kombat. So I was personally pretty pleased about it, and I think if you're a fan of that IP, you'll enjoy it as well. So Mortal Kombat 2, did you see it? What did you think about it? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one.